Hi, welcome to another episode of Trail House. This is Simo. Today I want to show you how I keep my trailer safe and secure. Now, I do travel a lot. When I travel, I'm always mindful of the idea that my trailer might get stolen. And I'm sure you think about that as well if you do have a travel trailer or if you have a camper, any type of camper. I even worry about my tow vehicle in most cases because I do have to secure that as well. And I'm going to show you how I do that. But in this episode, I'm going to show you how you secure your travel trailer. Now, I do believe in the hardware, not the software. Now, the software is great, but I do like the prevention. I do like the GPS tracking system. I'm going to talk more about that. I do like cameras. I'm going to talk more about that. But what I'm going to start with, just the padlocks and chains, just basic old school padlock and chain. And at least you start with that, and at least that will discourage most thieves. So let me go ahead and show you what I have in place. Excuse the sunlight. What I have here is this is the coupler of the trailer. Now, I see a lot of people ignoring this piece right here because this is, all you have to do is just put any padlock here. At least put a padlock. And again, this is very simple to defeat. You can break this in no time, just a few seconds. But put a padlock here because not every thief is equipped. They may not have the bolt cutters on them. But at least put a first layer. I consider this is the first layer of protection. This is it right here, okay? The second one is the chains. Don't leave your chains insecure because they can bypass this. Most thieves, they can bypass this coupler. They don't have to hook up their hitch ball here. They don't. If they have the chains available, they can just grab it and take your trailer just from the chains. So make sure the chains are not available. As you can see, most chains are secure and they're actually locked together. All right, I use this padlock right here, and as you can see, they're not available. Okay, now that's the second layer. Okay, number 3, I do have another padlock here. What this does is, as you can see from this angle here, this is the handle to the jack. Okay, now this handle is in downward position. Okay, and I drill a hole right here, and I attach the chains again, the rest of the chains, both chains, to this handle, and I secure them with a padlock. Okay, very, very simple. I just drill a hole. Now, somebody might say, well, they can break this. Yes, they can break this padlock. They can actually either pick or break that. Not a big deal. But think about how many things they have to worry about here. Another option, another thing that they can do, they can remove this, and then they can use maybe a small screwdriver, and then they can raise or lower the trailer. Why do I have this in place? This is, again, for those who don't know, this is just to keep the thief from raising or lowering the trailer or the nose of the trailer to hook up the trailer to their tow vehicle. So usually when I level my camper, my trailer, this section is always going to be too low or too high. Okay, in most cases, based on my experience. So if it's too low, they're not going to be able to attach it. If it's too high, they're not going to be able to lower it. So they would have to break the padlock, or they would have to break this to be able to control the jack. So this is another good tip to do. Just, it's very simple to do. Just drill a hole, get a padlock, and then connect them to the chain as well. And as you can see, I have 3 padlocks here. Okay, now let me show you what I have here on this side, which is, this is more effective than those 3 padlocks that I just showed you. What I have here is a super heavy hardened steel chain. This happens to be Abus. Abus makes a good chain. This is not a sponsor video. I'm just giving you what works for me. This is really an excellent chain. There's also a brand called Schlage, and I do have 2 chains of those. I actually bought Schlage first, or Schlage, or whatever you call it. And because it was thicker than this one, it's actually bigger than this one. That one is the largest chain, the chain that I have ever seen in my life. And I couldn't get it to go through this hole. So I kept the chain because I use it to secure my tow vehicle and for other applications as well. But I decided to buy this because I was able to run it through these 2 holes. Okay. Now, let's talk about the padlock for a second. This is a heavy duty padlock. This happens to be Abus. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for this, but I am very pleased with this product because I've never seen a padlock like this one. It's super heavy, hardened steel shackle, protected. You can't cut this. You can't get to it with the bolt cutters. You just can't, because you have these chains. Got this chain in a way you can't get a grip on this shackle. There is no way. And I do have 2 bolt cutters, big ones, and I couldn't even grab this. Now the other thing is that I tested those bolt cutters on this chain. I was unable to break this chain for 2 days. There is no way. I mean, I cut some thicker chains but this one was extremely difficult. Now what I noticed about this chain here is a square, and it was hard to, because it's a bigger surface than if it was round. A round chain is actually weaker than a square. See these corners? This is a good design. So just go with this hardened steel heavy duty chain regardless of the name, but there are some companies that make really good ones. Again, this is a hard padlock to pick. I'm going to talk more about that, but let me just show you how this works. Okay, so this is a 6-foot chain that it starts from here, goes through the hole, goes around underneath the trailer, and I attach it, wrap it around the axle. Okay, I do wrap it around the axle. The black thing is just that inner tube, the bicycle inner tube, to protect the chain or the rim. Okay, so it's not a big deal. So I wrap it around the axle and I bring it back through this hole and then connect it to the padlock. So it's very simple. Now it takes a little bit of time, maybe about 30 seconds or so, to get it around the axle. Not a big deal. I usually have my door mats. I travel with. I put one here and I reach in and I just do it in no time. Now this is a really cheap insurance policy so I don't mind getting on my knees and doing it, because I don't do it I only do it when I get ready to camp. If my trailer, if I'm boondocking, I usually stay at the same place for days or weeks at a time, so it's not really a big deal, so it's not a hassle. And I know some people might say, well, you have to get under the trailer. I don't have to get underneath the trailer. I can reach with just my hand. As long as I get close to I can just get on my knees right here, and I can reach with my hand and wrap that chain around the axle. It's not a big deal. And over time, I became very efficient and effective with it, so it's very simple to do. Another thing that I do here is this reflective material. This is just a piece of reflective material that I carry with me, so nothing more than just reflective material, and it's super bright. The idea here is I want this system to be visible. I want people to see this, and I park on the side of the road deliberately. If I don't want my door facing the road, I put the chain and the padlock on the other side. Okay, so that gives me the option to do it, but I do have to make this visible because I do get a lot of feedback, and people, they stop by or they walk by, they see that, and then some people ask, like, what is that, what's going on there? But the idea here is just to keep the wheel attached permanently to the trailer. It's going to be difficult for them to steal a trailer with this system. Now they may you do need to replace at least one nut, put a lock nut right there, maybe, or two, to prevent somebody from removing the wheel. Okay, and they may actually use the spare tire here to steal your trailer. And make sure you secure the spare tire as well. This is also this is locked. Okay, and let me just give you a view from the side of the trailer. So when you walk by, you can't ignore that. And I got a lot of people, and I went to Arizona New Mexico, California. Every time I go somewhere, people see that and they at least at least somebody has to say something or inquire about it, ask about it. It's like, what is that? Again, this is really a really good system. Now, there are systems that you could use that are sold by other companies, specifically made to lock your wheel. They are expensive, don't get me wrong, but you can do that. I almost bought that system, but I do like the flexibility of a chain and a padlock because of the flexibility. I can use it on other applications as well. Very, very good system. I like that. And I can have this for a very long time. Even if I decide to sell my trailer, I can still keep my chain and a padlock. This is you buy this for life. This is incredibly very solid system. Now, it is pricey. I think the chain is about 60 bucks or so, and then the padlock, I think I paid 120 bucks for it, but I think it's worth it. One last thing is the padlocks here. Excuse this, the brightness of this, because it's sunny. These padlocks here, they look like the Chinese made padlocks, the small ones, but this is not the same. These are made in Germany. This is high quality padlocks. They're very small, made by Abus. Again, I'm not promoting the product. I just love this product because they're made in Germany. First of all, high quality, hardened steel, a shackle, very small but very effective. Now, it is almost impossible to pick this lock. If the lock picking lawyers struggle with this one, and obviously you can't get a grip on that shackle, and because of this, as you can see, and it is for exterior use because of this cover here, and then the model number is 2460. Very nice, and I think I only paid $12 for these about a year and a half ago. Now I think they're over 25 bucks a piece, and I've got another one here. Very nice, but the idea here is just, again, just to secure the back door. You can do whatever you want, but this style lock works great on the back doors on this system here. Now let's talk about the camera and the GPS tracking system. Now, if you want to go with, cameras, after all, they may not prevent the theft itself. The same thing with the GPS tracking system. So it's more of a recovery system. So if your travel trailer gets stolen, you may be able to recover it. But the problem with that is that when you recover your trailer, usually, and I've watched a lot of videos, people, they, even people that have just like businesses, like they get their equipment stolen. They may recover the trailer, but all the equipments are gone. So even though they had GPS, so the recovery process, just be mindful of that, because it's a recovery process. So you may not get your travel trailer in a good condition, or you may not get all your equipments back. So just keep that in mind. Now, it's a great idea to have a GPS system, okay? But my advice is that if you do have a GPS tracking system, make sure you have a lot of stickers. Make sure you do have that stickers outside telling everybody that you have a GPS tracking system. Now, don't be secretive about it, because what you want to do with those stickers, you want to discourage the thieves from stealing your trailer, okay? Even though you have that GPS tracking system, but that is after the fact, okay? But you can't rely on that GPS tracker, because what you want to do the prevention first. You want to tell people that you do have a GPS tracking system so they don't touch your trailer. So let me just show you an example of the stickers that you can have on your camper or your travel trailer to discourage the thieves from stealing your travel trailer. Now, with the cameras, before we show you the stickers, the camera is very simple. It's either you can do cameras, but with the Wi-Fi not being reliable in some places, so it's up to you. For me, I don't recommend the cameras because of the reliability or lack of reliability of the Wi-Fi, especially the places that I go to, because usually there is no service, and I don't see the need for a camera at that point, because, in my opinion, if you do have a GPS track, if I do have a GPS tracking system, that's more than enough as a recovery system. Just make sure that GPS tracking system is hidden properly, and the thieves know that, so they're not going to look for that GPS tracking system for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. They're not going to do that. So, but you do want them to see the stickers. So let me just show you the stickers. Here is the first sticker right here. This is a very visible sticker here, and as you can see, I'm just standing maybe about a foot away from the nose of the trailer, and the first thing that I see that sticker. And one thing that I do advise people to do is don't put any other stickers on your trailer. Make sure nothing really is on that trailer, because you want the people to see that sticker. That's the only thing that they can see on that trailer. That's one sticker. Now they do have another one right on the jack, as you can see right there. If somebody's trying to mess with that jack, they're going to see that sticker, and you can see the GPS tracking system right there. Now if they don't see that, they are messing with the coupler or the hitch receiver, they are going to see this. Here's another one here on this side, and there's another one on this side. So no matter where they are, they're going to be able to see these stickers. So position these stickers properly so they see it, and if somebody's trying to steal, they can see that and say, hey, as soon as I take off, they're going to have the cops behind me, so I better not do it. So this is big deal. Make sure you have stickers. You can also put stickers on the back of your trailer. I have one here, right here on the handle, but you can put more if you want. You can put one on this side, one on this side. It's up to you, but just make sure you have a sticker right next to your padlock here. But more importantly, just put the stickers on the nose, because again, this is not going to prevent somebody from stealing your items. They can just break the padlock, and if they want to steal something, they don't have to worry about the GPS tracking system, because they're not going to steal the trailer. But it's a good to have here. But just make sure if you do have one or two stickers, make sure they are on the nose. Well, I think I covered everything that I use to keep my trailer at least safe and secure. Now again, we're creating a redundancy here. You know, we're not trying to have a unbeatable system. There is no unbeatable system. So if somebody wants to steal your trailer, they're going to steal it. But we're just trying to make it a little bit harder for the opportunist thief to think twice before they can touch your travel trailer. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Until next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.